Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The name is Ninja Knight. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you. So today we had a Star Wars panel from Hasbro Pulse and we were treated with some lovely Black Series reveals. I do have some pros to this and some cons to these reveals. First up we have Asajj Ventress, and the first thing I thought when I seen Asajj Ventress was she has soft goods. My first thought was, why does the Mandalorian, who is arguably the most popular character within the Star Wars Black Series line right now, why does he not have soft goods? Darth Vader has them, Asajj Ventress now has them, Luke Skywalker had them in the Return of the Jedi look that they've released recently, the Endor sets have had soft goods, so why does the Mandalorian not have soft goods? Some of the inconsistencies within this company drive me absolutely mental, and I'm sure an awful lot of people are out there feeling exactly the same. Anyway, I don't want to let that take away from this figure, and this is a figure that a lot of people have been looking forward to for a very long time. This character made a very big mark in the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars and then was later used in the Dave Filoni Clone Wars. I say that very separately because personally I think the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars are far superior and a far more tight-knit story between Episode 2 and Episode 3 of George Lucas's Star Wars. I also think the way that Anakin dispatches of this character really helps to sell the anger and the overwhelming emotion that Anakin is feeling between Episode 2 and 3, and this character is pivotal in that moment in my opinion. In Dave Filoni's Clone Wars, she goes on to be a bounty hunter and kind of fades into the obscurity with an arc that's never really finished. This was an apprentice of Count Dooku and highly interesting. You just look at the character and she is incredibly interesting to look at with her bald head and her tattoos that are on her head with the dual wielding lightsabers. I also like the fact that she is wearing a purple outfit here, and it will stand out amongst many of the Dark Lords that are all primarily wearing black, so I think that that was a good creative choice on their part. I would like to see a repaint of this, and believe you me, we probably will see a repaint of this in her all black robes. So very nice overall. She does come with the two nice lightsabers. Thinks it looks very cool. The packaging looks very nice again. I really like this mural sort of packaging that they're going with. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot tighter as well too, which I think is good. And I think the company as a whole, they do want to move into this less packaging so that they can have more of a, I suppose, carbon footprint mentality going forward. I think ultimately though, for people that are collectors, this is a good idea. It certainly makes these boxes harder to throw out though, in fairness. So next we have is some popular characters from the Clone Wars, and this is from the Bad Batch, so the 99th Battalion, and this was some of the episodes I think in Dave Filoni's Clone Wars in Season 7 that I wasn't the biggest fan of. I did like the characters, but Clone Troopers with superpowers was kind of a bit of an interesting take and a bit of an odd take in my opinion. So we have Hunter here, who was the leader of the 99 batch, and I think if you look at the head sculpt, these characters are supposed to be sort of defective clones of Jango Fett, played by Tamara Morrison. But I would have liked to see the head sculpts for these be a little bit more closer to Tamara Morrison than what they seem to be from this render that we're seeing. I think overall it looks nice. This character is very reminiscent of a Rambo type of character. You can see here with the knife that he does wield also, that this character is very reminiscent of Rambo with the bandana going across his head and with the fact that he was the leader of the group. What I don't like about this is the removable helmets. So the removable helmets for me are really bothersome. They're very cumbersome, and I think some of them being so squishy, and a lot of them as well too, that don't really always cover the head, and they do hinder articulation. What I would have liked to see is this. I would have liked to see a separate head, so a helmeted head and an unhelmeted head, similar to what Hasbro are doing with Power Rangers Lightning Collection. I don't understand why they haven't looked at that and said that is a great idea. Let's do that, because it makes the helmets look better, it makes the articulation work better, and ultimately and overall you can still achieve the same look with a helmeted head being in the hand and an unhelmeted head on the body. I don't know why they've not decided to do that. Maybe it's something to do with the cost cutting measures, possibly, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous that a company could easily do that, and they include alternate heads with their Marvel brands, they include alternate heads with their Power Rangers brands. Why not Star Wars? It seems very strange. Anyway, we'll move on. It does look nice as a figure overall, and there is a possibility that this could be used as a Republic Commando later on down the line. That is a wave that I would love to see. The likes of Boss, Sev, Fixer, Scorch, I think that they would be absolutely wonderful. Maybe even Omega Squad as well too, that are in all black. Easy repaints as well too for Hasbro. But overall I think he looks nice. I think the knife looks really cool. The blaster looks cool. I like the backpack as well. And the coloration of the armor looks very, very nice as well too. I do have to say that the coloration of it looks absolutely stunning here, with the white fading in, kind of cracking into the black and the red that we see here. We have him here with his blaster, and we move on then to the next reveal from Star Wars Black Series, and that is Crosshairs. So this is another member of the Batch 99, and we can see here he comes with a very nice helmet, and this is why it really annoys me, because that helmet is going to have to go over this head, and it does affect the articulation, it does affect the look. I think a swappable helmet would have looked a lot better rather than doing this. This really bothers me. Ultimately, again, like I said, this is supposed to be a defective clone of Jango Fett, aka Tamara Morrison. So it doesn't look quite like him. I can understand that, but it absolutely looks nothing like him, which I think is quite unusual. But I do know that they are trying to say, well, we're basing it off what was on the TV show, and the characters really, quite frankly, didn't look anything like the Jango Fett character, which I think is odd considering they're clones. But here he is here with his gear, and I think that this guy looks absolutely exceptional. I would argue that he looks even better than Hunter, particularly with this massive rifle that he comes with as well. I like the way the pauldron is coming off here as well too, and the red sticking out. I think this character really, for me in the episodes, I did quite like him, and I think out of all of the clones as well too, didn't really show too many kind of superpowers as such. He was a great marksman, and I think that that was good enough versus the other three that seemed to show weird superpowers that hadn't been seen within the clones before. I like his helmet, and I like the way it has a bigger hole here for his eye on the right hand side, and I think ultimately his mask as well too looks really, really cool. I do like the helmet. That big gun looks absolutely outstanding, and that actually breaks apart and fits into the backpack as we can see here. Looking forward to this one. Have to say, Black Series 9 looked decent today. I was expecting, I think, a little bit more from it. I think a lot of people were expecting maybe Bo-Katan or some other characters that were from Clone Wars, maybe some more reveals of like Grief Karga, maybe Quill. That's a character I'd love to see. But I think this kind of whet the appetite for an awful lot of people that are big into the Black Series and big into the Clone Wars. And I think going forward, I'm looking forward to seeing more of these figures, more of this Hasbro. Again, if you're listening, swappable heads, swappable helmeted head, swappable unhelmeted head. It's the way forward. I think it looks much better. It doesn't hinder articulation. It doesn't give us shrunken looking heads. It doesn't give us too big a helmet looking, like the helmets don't look too big then. I think overall then, take a leaf out of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection book, because I think that that looks way better in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. Did you feel the same? What did you think about these reveals today? Who was the figure that you were most excited to see today? I know an awful lot of people will be absolutely foaming at the mouth to get the 99 batch. There are rumours that the other two are going to be coming quite soon as well too, with maybe a deluxe figure for Wrecker. So I suppose we will wait and see what happens with those ones. Who were you looking forward to seeing most today? Were you a little bit let down by this stream? And were you looking forward to a character being revealed and then they didn't? To me, it's absolutely astounding that they didn't reveal Grief Karga or Moff Gideon, who were very much so rumoured, and we have seen in season 1 of The Mandalorian, that's arguably their most popular show now. You would think that they would want to promote it as much as possible, but sometimes I don't understand why these people do what they do. Gonna leave the video there. Drop a like on the video. Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think about these reveals. And make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Good luck. May the force be with you.